Sounds wild, but one vitamin, taken in excess, has pushed many older adults toward tiny bleeds inside the eyes. Ever feel the letters on a page start to shimmy? Blink and blink, yet the fog won't lift? The fix isn't a pricey procedure or some fancy eye drop. Often, it's just supplementing the wrong way. Take a deep breath. There's a safe, natural path I'll lay out today. If this hits home, hit subscribe and stay with me to the end. Your vision deserves better than guesswork. I'm Dr. Richard Bennett. For over 30 years, I've walked alongside older adults, carrying the same fears you might feel today. Losing sharp vision, depending on others just to leave the house, missing the smile of someone you love. I've stood by hundreds of patients who went through this struggle, and I know how deeply it hurts. That's why I want to talk with you in a simple, honest way, just as I would with a close friend. Has it ever happened that you open a book at night and the words seem to move? Or you look at a street sign and realize you have to get much closer just to read it? Many older adults describe it as a thin fog standing between their eyes and the world. At first, you blink, rub your eyes, assume it's just fatigue. But slowly, you notice your vision doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Headlights at night become blurs, stairs look steeper than they are, and the fear of tripping or losing your way creeps into daily life. And the pain isn't just physical, it's emotional. How many times have you stayed home because you didn't feel safe? How many times did you avoid driving at night, worried you wouldn't see oncoming cars? Imagine the weight of not being able to read a simple text message, not catching your grandchild's expression, not recognizing a friend from across the street. It's like the world slowly loses its details, drifting further away. This silent fear affects thousands of older adults. Alongside it come insecurity, sadness, and even the embarrassment of asking for help with once simple tasks, crossing the street, picking fruit at the store, or reading a restaurant menu. Here's what most people don't realize. The problem isn't always just age or eye disease itself. Often, it's the misguided choices we make while trying to protect our vision. Too much of certain supplements, like synthetic vitamin E, can weaken blood vessels and trigger small bleeds inside the eye. Ever heard someone say, "Vitamins never hurt"? That half-truth can cost dearly. Think of your body as a network of rivers. Blood is the current that brings life everywhere. But if the riverbanks are weak and you open the floodgates too wide, the water spills over. In the eye, that means dark spots, blurred vision, and higher risk of conditions like diabetic or hypertensive retinopathy. The hardest part? Many only discover this after the damage is done. I've had patients break down and tell me, "Doctor, I just wanted to protect my eyes. I never thought a vitamin could harm me." That frustration is real, and it proves how the right knowledge can literally save sight. But before you think it's too late, hear me out. It's not. Even after 60, 70, or 80, your body still responds to proper care. There are safe, natural, and simple paths to protect your vision and avoid complications. And that's exactly what I'm about to share with you. I'll show you the choices that put your eyes at risk, and more importantly, the practical steps you can take every single day to strengthen and safeguard your vision. The dangerous mistake of supplementing without guidance. Many older adults believe the more vitamins, the better. The logic feels simple. If a little helps, then a lot must help even more. Have you ever thought that way? The problem is, when applied to supplements, this thinking can open the door to serious complications. Vitamin E, for example, is often promoted as an antioxidant that protects vision. But in excess and without medical supervision, it can turn into a silent enemy. Think of your body as an orchestra. Each vitamin is a musician with its own part in the symphony. When everyone plays in harmony, the music is beautiful. But imagine if one musician decides to play too loud, drowning out the rest. What was once music becomes noise. That's what happens when supplements are taken without guidance. One nutrient overwhelms the system and throws it off balance. With synthetic vitamin E capsules, high doses can thin the blood beyond what's healthy. Picture the bloodstream as a river flowing quickly. When it runs too fast, the banks weaken. The result? Tiny blood vessels, especially in the eyes, become vulnerable to microhemorrhages. A study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine showed that high doses of vitamin E don't bring added benefits. In fact, they raise the risk of bleeding, particularly in older adults with high blood pressure, diabetes, or fragile vessels. But the numbers come to life when you hear real stories. Take Mrs. Helen, a 69-year-old retired seamstress. She loved embroidery but began feeling burning in her eyes. A neighbor suggested vitamin E capsules, calling them miracle workers for vision. Trusting that advice, she took them daily. At first, she felt confident, but after a few months, dark spots clouded her vision. Alarmed, she saw a doctor. The diagnosis? Microbleeds in her retina, partly caused by vitamin E overload. Once she stopped the capsules and focused on natural foods, her eyesight stabilized and she returned to sewing comfortably. Her story proves a critical truth. Good intentions aren't enough. Without guidance, what seems like self-care can quickly turn risky. Before opening that supplement bottle, ask yourself, does my body really need this? The answer can only come from a health professional through exams and personalized evaluation. It's not about avoiding all vitamins, it's about balance. After 60, your body doesn't need mega doses, it needs harmony. Taking pills on your own isn't a sign of care, it's a gamble. Here's the key message: you don't have to fall into this trap. With the right information and conscious choices, you can protect your vision without exposing yourself to unnecessary dangers. It's not a promise of perfect eyesight forever, but it's a real step toward lowering risks and keeping your independence. The link between excess vitamin E and eye hemorrhages. At first glance, taking large amounts of vitamin E sounds like a smart idea. Who wouldn't want to boost their eyesight with a famous antioxidant known for fighting cell aging? But here's the trap. In excess, vitamin E doesn't protect, it weakens. Think of blood as a river flowing through the entire body to nourish every cell. The riverbanks, the vessel walls, must stay strong to keep it in check. When someone overloads on vitamin E, those banks weaken while the current grows stronger. And when water breaks through, it leaks. In the body, those leaks become hemorrhages. In the eyes, they appear as dark spots, blurry vision, or faster progression of diseases like diabetic or hypertensive retinopathy. This isn't a distant fear, it's proven science. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that people consuming more than 400 IU of vitamin E per day had a higher risk of bleeding, including in sensitive areas like the retina. Here's the scary part. Many over-the-counter capsules already contain that amount, or even more, meaning with a single pill, someone may unknowingly cross the safety line. And remember, the eye is one of the body's most vascular organs. Its vessels are delicate, fragile, especially in those with high blood pressure or diabetes. It's like trying to hold water in an overfilled balloon. Just a little extra pressure can make it burst. That's exactly what happened to Mr. Ansel, a 77-year-old retired math teacher. Always careful with his health, he believed supplements were a must-have reinforcement. He bought vitamin E capsules on his own and took them daily. Months later, he noticed a dark floater drifting in his vision. He assumed it was just an age-related spot, but the floaters multiplied. When he finally saw an ophthalmologist, the verdict was clear: microhemorrhages in the retina. The culprit? Excess vitamin E, which had weakened his eye vessels. The shock was overwhelming. Mr. Ansel told me during a visit, "I spent my life doing precise calculations, and I miscalculated the most important one, my own health." Once he stopped the supplements and adjusted his diet, the hemorrhages stopped. His confidence returned, and he now warns friends, not everything sold as healthy is truly safe. Stories like his remind us it's not enough to trust ads or cliches like vitamins never hurt. The body is delicate. What seems like protection in excess can turn into danger. So, if you're taking vitamin E capsules without medical advice, pause and reflect. Are you really helping your vision or putting it at risk? The good news is there's a safer, smarter way forward, and it doesn't come in a pill bottle, it comes from simple foods in just the right balance. That's exactly where we're headed next. Busting the myth. Vitamins aren't always safe. How many times have you heard someone say, "Take vitamins, they can never hurt you"? That phrase has echoed through TV commercials, family conversations, and even doctors' offices for decades. But is it entirely true? The reality is, this idea has created a dangerous myth. For many older adults, opening a bottle of colorful capsules became a symbol of self-care. But the body, especially after 60, doesn't react the same way it used to. Metabolism slows down, the kidneys strain harder, vessels grow more fragile. And when nutrients pile up in excess, the balance tips. Picture the body as a garden. Each vitamin is like water for the plants. A little water keeps them alive and flourishing. But if you overwater them day after day, the soil floods, roots suffocate, and the plant sickens. Vitamins work the same way. The right dose sustains life. Excess chokes the system. Science has already proven this. A Cochrane review that analyzed dozens of antioxidant studies concluded that megadoses of vitamins like A, E, and beta-carotene can actually increase mortality risk in older adults. That doesn't mean vitamins are poison, but dose, form, and context are critical. This harsh truth hit home for Mrs. Margaret, a 71-year-old former art teacher. She always believed vitamins were good by nature. One harsh winter, she decided to reinforce her immunity by buying capsules of vitamins E, A, and an antioxidant blend. She took them daily, proud of her routine. But soon, she developed dizziness, blurred vision, and flashes of light floating before her eyes. Concerned, she went to the eye doctor. The diagnosis shocked her. Small eye hemorrhages, worsened by an overload of antioxidants. Her doctor explained that instead of protecting her, the capsules were straining her circulation. In tears, she said, "I just wanted to take care of myself. I never thought this could happen." After quitting supplements and switching to a balanced diet, her symptoms disappeared. Today, she shares the lesson she calls life-changing. Even something called medicine can turn into poison if you misuse it. And here's the core truth. The aging body is not the same as a young one. At 30, the liver and kidneys can clear excesses with ease. At 70, that ability is reduced. What once went unnoticed now builds up and takes a heavy toll. So it's time to shatter the myth. Vitamins aren't automatically safe. Protection doesn't come from swallowing endless pills. It comes from balance, medical guidance, and natural food sources whenever possible. It's not about living in fear. It's about living with awareness. When we understand that vitamins are powerful tools meant to be used in the right measure, we can transform eye care into something truly effective and safe. And here's the hopeful part. Nature already gives us vitamin E in its safest, most balanced form. That's where we're headed next. The safe path. Vitamin E from natural foods. After hearing about all the risks of excess, you may be wondering, so how do I protect my eyesight? Here's the good news. Vitamin E is still essential for vision, just in the right form and the right amount. And the safest way to get it is directly from food. Think of your body as a delicate machine of gears. With the right oil, in the right measure, it runs smoothly. But if you pour in too much, the machine sputters, clogs, and breaks down. That's vitamin E in a nutshell. Synthetic excess harms, but natural food sources keep the system running perfectly. And nature provides plenty of options. Sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, avocados, spinach, and extra virgin olive oil are all rich in vitamin E. And here's the magic. These foods don't just bring vitamin E. They come packaged with fibers, minerals, and complementary antioxidants, working together like a complete orchestra. Science backs this up. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health found that people who get vitamin E from food have a lower risk of age-related eye problems. Why? Because the body absorbs it better when it's delivered with other natural elements and avoids dangerous overdoses. Take Mrs. Irene, 76, who loved gardening. She thought expensive supplements would save her eyesight. But after months of no improvement and stomach issues, she changed course. With a nutritionist's help, she added a handful of sunflower seeds at breakfast, half an avocado at lunch, and a drizzle of olive oil over her evening salad. Within weeks, her eyes felt less dry, she could enjoy reading again, and she went back to tending her plants without that constant gritty feeling in her eyes. She summed it up simply. I didn't need capsules, I needed real food. Her transformation shows a powerful truth. Solutions often lie in simplicity, not in costly bottles, but in everyday meals. Small, consistent choices, like topping yogurt with seeds or swapping regular oil for olive oil, create a strong foundation to safeguard vision. Of course, in some cases, a doctor may recommend supplements, but the foundation should always be real, balanced food. When you nourish your body this way, you don't just protect your eyes, you strengthen your heart, circulation, skin, and even memory. It's like watering a tree at the roots. The whole tree thrives, stronger and healthier. So next time you reach for a pill bottle, remember, the safer alternative is right there in the grocery aisle, the farmer's market, your kitchen. It's not a promise of perfect eyesight, but it is a proven step towards sharper, more comfortable vision and lasting independence. And if you think it's too late, think of Mrs. Irene. She started at 76 and still enjoys the benefits today.
Real stories speak directly to the heart because they show that pain and recovery are both possible. The story of Mr. Joaquin, 74, a retired bus driver, is one worth telling. All his life, he believed that staying healthy meant taking something extra, a vitamin, a supplement, a capsule. After retirement, with more time for his family and grandkids, he wanted to protect his independence, driving to their homes, reading the morning paper. So, in his honest attempt to protect his eyesight, he bought vitamin E capsules. A store clerk told him they were great for the eyes, and he didn't think twice. For 6 months, he faithfully took 1 capsule a day. At first, he felt confident, sure he was shielding his vision from aging. Until one morning, he noticed a dark spot floating in his right eye. It looked like a fly that wouldn't go away. In the days that followed, more spots appeared. Reading became exhausting. Driving at night became frightening. Anxiety set in. Worried, he went to an eye doctor. After thorough exams, the diagnosis came: microhemorrhages in the retina. The doctor explained that excess synthetic vitamin E had weakened his eye vessels. What he thought was care was in reality putting his sight in danger. The emotional impact was heavy. With tears in his eyes, Mr. Joaquin told me, "Doctor, I just wanted to take care of my vision. I never imagined a vitamin could harm me." His words echo the shock felt by countless older adults, realizing that in trying to protect themselves, they may have caused more harm. But here's the hopeful part. This was not the end. By immediately stopping the supplement and embracing a balanced diet, sunflower seeds at breakfast, avocado at lunch, olive oil on salads, and spinach at dinner, Mr. Joaquin stabilized his eyesight. The spots stopped multiplying, the bleeds didn't return. No, he didn't regain the vision of a young man, but he got back something priceless, the ability to drive during the day with confidence and the joy of clearly seeing his grandkids' smiles. Today, he shares his story with friends and neighbors. He always says, "There's no miracle capsule. What saved me was going back to real food and listening to my doctor." His lesson is invaluable. It's never too late to change course. Even after a mistake, you can regain balance and protect your quality of life. Mr. Joaquin's story isn't one of tragedy, it's one of transformation. And if you're thinking, "But what if it's already too late for me?" Remember this: every day is a new chance to begin again. Just like him, you can take the first step today by swapping risky capsules for natural foods and smarter choices. This isn't about promising perfect vision. It's about protecting what you still have, strengthening your eyes, and holding on to your independence. Mr. Joaquin's journey proves something powerful. Hope never fades. It renews with every wise decision, every act of care, every meal chosen with intention. Knowing what to avoid is already a huge step, but real transformation happens when you adopt a daily ritual, simple, accessible, and repeatable, that protects your vision long-term. This isn't about miracles, it's about consistency. Think of eye care like watering a plant. You don't dump a bucket of water all at once and expect it to bloom overnight. What keeps it alive and beautiful is small, steady watering every single day. The same goes for your eyes. Here's a practical ritual to include in your routine. Morning, energy and protection first thing. Start your day with breakfast that includes 2 tablespoons of sunflower seeds or almonds. That small handful provides balanced, natural vitamin E. Add it to fruit or yogurt and you'll be nourishing your eyes from the inside out. Ask yourself, what if every morning could be the start of a small victory for your eyes? 2. Lunch, balance on the plate. Include half an avocado or drizzle a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil over your salad. Along with vitamin E, you'll get healthy fats that improve circulation. Pair it with dark leafy greens like spinach or kale, rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, natural filters against light damage to the retina. It's like slipping on invisible protective glasses straight from nature. 3. Afternoon snack, a nutritious pause. Swap processed cookies or candy for fresh fruit and a few walnuts. This simple switch reduces eye dryness and keeps energy steady. Imagine each bite as wiping a clean cloth across the window of your eyes, leaving your vision clearer. 4. Dinner, a gentle close to the day. Opt for light meals like vegetable soup or a mix of steamed veggies. And with a calming tea, chamomile or fennel. Beyond relaxing, these teas aid hydration. Remember, rested eyes are healthy eyes. Ask yourself, how many times have you cared for your eyes while also caring for your peace of mind? 5. Throughout the day, hydration and eye exercise. Always carry a water bottle. Dehydration silently harms vision, making eyes feel gritty or irritated. Practice the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes of reading or screen time, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It's a simple but powerful exercise to relax your eye muscles. This ritual isn't complicated. It doesn't require expensive drugs. It's built on small choices available to anyone. No, it won't promise perfect eyesight, but it will strengthen, protect, and bring comfort. Every handful of seeds, every drizzle of olive oil, every break for your eyes is like a daily drop of hope. Drops add up, and together they form a river of protection. The secret isn't speed, it's patience. Not about results in a week, but building years of visual independence. You deserve to see life's details, and this ritual is the safest way to get there. You've already learned how to avoid the risks of supplementation and discovered a safe daily ritual to protect your vision. But I want to give you a special bonus, something simple, little known, and surprisingly effective at bringing comfort to your eyes: the palm relaxation exercise. Picture your eyes like windows left open all day. They need curtains to rest. This exercise offers exactly that: deep rest, soothing tired muscles, and boosting circulation. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably in a chair. Rub your palms together until they feel warm. Close your eyes gently and cup your hands over them without pressing. The warmth creates a cozy darkness, like a blanket for your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths, slowly, letting your body relax. Stay like this for 30 to 60 seconds, giving your vision a hug of rest. This simple technique, called palming, is often used in vision therapy as a natural way to relieve eye strain. It's free, requires no equipment, and can be done anywhere, on the couch, in bed before sleep, or during a midday break. Take Mrs. Lucy, 70, who began doing it 3 times a day. She used to complain her eyes burned every afternoon. After adding this exercise, she described the relief as a sigh from my eyes, as if they could finally breathe. It's not magic, it's habit. But because it's so easy, it's powerful. A reminder that small, caring actions protect what we treasure most, our vision. If you've made it this far, you've already taken a step many haven't, seeking real knowledge instead of falling for miracle capsule promises. I know the fear is real, the fear of losing life's details, of needing help just across the street, of not seeing your grandchild smile. But hold on to this truth: it's not too late. Even after 60, 70, or 80, your body still responds to care. Every seed you sprinkle on your breakfast, every drizzle of olive oil on your salad, every moment you give your eyes to rest, each one is a message of protection sent to your vision. And you are not alone. Stories like those of Mr. Joaquin, Mrs. Irene, and Mrs. Lucy prove change is possible at any age. They too had doubts. They too made mistakes. But through simple, steady choices, they discovered a new path to preserve their independence. Your body still listens to care. That's the truth I want you to carry forward. This isn't about chasing miracles or overnight fixes. It's about building, day by day, a foundation for more freedom, more clarity, more confidence. So don't feel discouraged if today you notice dryness, blur, or insecurity. Don't see it as the end. See it as a call to treat yourself with more kindness. Each small action, even if it feels minor, is already a victory for your eyes. Remember, it's not too late. You're not alone. Your body still responds. And your vision is worth that care. If this video made sense to you, now it's your turn to act. First, hit the like button. That shows me you value trustworthy, safe information about eye health. Second, share this with a family member or a friend who's already taking supplements without guidance. You could save them from unnecessary suffering. Third, subscribe to the channel. Every week, I bring you practical tips grounded in science and real stories from older adults who manage to protect their vision without relying on expensive or risky solutions. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods will you try first to support your eyes? Will it be avocado at lunch, sunflower seeds at breakfast, or olive oil on your salad? Drop your answer in the comments. Your choice could inspire someone else to take their first step too. And stay tuned, in the next video I'll reveal a forgotten food that helps reduce eye dryness, something simple that might already be in your kitchen. Caring for your vision is caring for your freedom. Every like, every comment, and every subscription helps us build a community of older adults who are stronger, wiser, and more hopeful. So don't wait, take action now. And never forget, your eyes deserve this care.